was a quick recap on a spot trade I took today with 547 calls. What I'm going to do in this video is I'm going to break down why I took the trade and reasons why I didn't necessarily go heavy into the trade and different things like that and risk management, right? So as you can see, we got an inside day. Didn't break the high or the low or the high or the low of the previous candle, right? We're just sitting inside. It's consolidation. Buyers and sellers kind of agreeing on price. It's going back and forth. You know, at some point, somebody give up. I'm okay with this inside day, which means Monday, I'll be moving these down to here, and I'll be looking for, a push up, right, in either direction, either to the downside or to the upside, and give us a 2-1-2, right? On the weekly, we did come down and take out the low of this 3, so it's not inside anymore, right? So back to this, as you can see, time frame continuity down at the bottom of this chart, right? So we've got a red quarter, a red month, a red week, and it's kind of teetering back and forth at this moment, right? And as you can see, that's why I use, the STRAT levels, because the daily's 60, the daily's green, and we right there at that mark going back and forth, a couple pennies. The month will be green, and then the weekly won't go green until somewhere up in here, or it'll change over next week, right? So what I like about this is also dynamic. So we can go down to the hour. So this is actually what I took, right? I seen this 2-1-2, and this would have been my PT, right? There goes another PT. I ain't really need it marked because, well, obviously I know what I'm doing. But anyway, let's make sure you guys can see this. So the 2-1-2 reversal, right, to the upside, came down, 2, pushed up, right? This could have been an entry. You know what I'm saying? So this could have been an entry, but I'm also looking at where my time frames align with going green and pushing into continuity, right? So I'm gonna keep this simple as possible. Seen the 2, like I said, with the STRAT, using the 3 candles. This is your actionable candle. This is the one that you were looking to go in force. We went in force a penny above this entry right here. I got an alert. I entered, and we pushed on up and took out this target, and possibly on the way to take out this target and get that day from being inside. What we get it today is already late in the day. It's 12:40. I can't call it. The market does what it wants to do. After about 1:30, when New York lunch is over, sometimes we get some volume, and sometimes we sell, and sometimes, they go ahead and push it on up. But we're pretty close to a broadening formation, right? So I took entry here and got about 115% here. I was out before this next hour candle open. So what we have right here is another broadening formation, and so I'm looking for a rejection somewhere up in here, right? Before we continue and push up here. So we might get some rejection here with this this hour broadening formation right here. Which I'll just change that to this right here so you can see the difference. I normally keep everything marked. So that was my entry. And I seen that 2-1-2, and I didn't go as heavy and manage my risk because we have such conflict with time frame continuity, right? Because you gotta remember, I took the trade here, right? So you gotta remember the month was still red. The week is obviously still red because it's way up here. We won't go green on that until we push up, almost, like what is that? About $7-8, something like that. But as you can see, we continue to push. So if I had stayed in this trade, I could have put my stop maybe here, right, and been in profit and then let it continue. But right now, we basically taking out that target, right? But the main target probably to take out is up here and maybe push and continue up. So it was just a quick showing what a 2-1-2 continuation or a 2-1-2 reversal looks like on a lower time frame, where you still can get trades in when you have an inside day or inside week, but you just have to be mindful and go down to these lower time frames and find lower profit targets and just take, scalps, because if that day's inside, we really not going to do much. We're going to chop around. So you can find trades, but I suggest not really taking trades on inside days and sometimes even inside weeks, waiting for them both to break and, get that push up. But as you can see, even down here, so I mean, I basically entered, here, and, it was a 2-2 reversal. That's another actionable signal. And it pushed up, took out that target, and we continued up. And as you can see, the market moves in the direction of the most twos that it's trending in, right? So we go back on this hour, since this is live market data. So now we got that broadening formation. So we possibly could push through and continue on up for another leg. And you see this what it looks like on the 15. And when I say you can find other targets, right? So this would be like another target. So we might come up and take out that one before we even take out that one. So when you get on those lower time frames, you can find, smaller targets, right? Come down to the 5, you can see what the 5 is doing, right? And it'd be different targets there. Like we took out all of those. So this is most likely the next target because there's really no resistance anywhere there, right? So when you trade on like the hour and stuff like that, finding like actionable signals, setting up, then you go down to lower time frames and see what other actionable signals we have and see if it continues to push. So we over this broadening formation and look like we about to come in and take out this target here at 546.55, right? So I could have stayed in this trade, but I just wanted to manage my risks. I took most of my profits right there, got out, and took what I could take, knowing that it was an inside day. I didn't want to, I just didn't want to risk it because I know, we can easily pull back because of the fact that, we got that inside day just chopping around. See, and it's just inside, it's just chopping around. I'm saying we inside of this candles range, but if we break out of this candles range, we'll come and take out this target up here. But until then, you scalp it, you find targets on lower time frames, and take your profits, move your stops up, and try to manage your risk and make these trades free or risk free, right? You enter, you get a little nice push. You be patient. You enter, get a nice push. Enter when your levels break, and take profit at those smaller levels on those lower time frames, right? Or a little before it, or depending on how many contracts you got, you start to scale out, right? So now we got a new 15-minute candle, which is inside, and it's already looked like it's ready to break. And this is what I mean by inside candle consolidation. Like you get that push, and now we got a 2 up. So now it's pushing towards there, and then look right back down. So that's just what happens when you got inside candles on the day. It's gonna fluctuate. Stocks just don't go straight up or straight down. They aggregate. So just be patient. Enter. Mind your stop loss and just stay patient. You know what I mean? Get out when you're supposed to get out. Take profit when you're supposed to take profit. Like I said, don't worry about these levels here. As I add to the course, I'll get into fair value gaps, which can be pretty profitable too. And I use those sometime on inside days for scalping and things like that. But we'll get into it. But right now, we're just watching this live market go. I don't want to make this video too long, so I probably won't stay the whole time of this candle. But I'm just showing you like now. But the thing about it is, you see, we actually hitting a broadening formation right here. I don't know if you can see it. Let's see if I got any boxes that I could put there for you to see it. There you go. Right. It's a broadening formation right there. And it's actually rejecting that. That's what I mean by broadening formations. You want to be mindful of where they are and take profit when you get to them. They're not necessarily PTs, but when you reach a broadening formation, you definitely want to be mindful of where they are, because you can get that rejection, and we might just push through this broadening formation. But that's what's giving it that resistance. So broadening formation is like support and resistance in the strat. Like I said, we broke past this hour one, but it's a daily one coming right across here. That's why I don't really delete a lot of my broadening formations until they just get too much where I can't see the chart. And that's why my chart looks like this. So don't ever think you're doing broadening formations wrong. Just mark them until you get to the point where you don't have to mark them. You just can see them visually, but it really helps. So, and look at that. But the market moves in the direction of most twos. Now this was On the hour chart, we had a 2-2 reversal. This is a 2-1-2. We had a 2-1-2 reversal. This is a 2-1-2 continuation. Why is it a continuation? Because we broke out and then we kind of consolidated and broke back out. And as you can see, we came and hit that target, right? I may be all over the place, but I'm just trying to give everything that's going on during this live market action. And look, we came and took out that target right there, right? So it might look a little better on this hour chart. And we just took out a 15-minute target, right? And this would be an hour target, which would take us over the daily and keep us pushing. So I hope that like kind of simplify things a little bit, you know, and you can see how we're broadening the formations, how it's getting that resistance and can't necessarily get over. And now we're getting that rejection, right? Because it's gonna hit that BF and look at that, it's fell back down. You know, if you was in the options, you know, that was a good 10, 15% that it just got knocked down on some options because of the way the Greeks move. But we got to that target, we took it out, and now they want to bring it back down. But we'll see what they do once this candle closes in another 11 minutes. But I'm not going to stay on and extend this video for too long. I just wanted to give an example of how broadening formations work, how I took this trade today on a 2-1-2 reversal, and obviously now we got a 2-1-2 continuation, and now we're getting a 2-2 reversal, maybe to the downside. The 15-minute just went red, so we'll see. But that's it. If you got any questions, feel free to DM me. Use my Linktree link, and also if you need any one-on-ones so we can get on during live market hours and go over things like this and get you all set up. So appreciate you.